Good morning, everyone. Welcome to a quick 30-minute flow. You'll want a block if you have, or something to maybe just lift the mat higher to you. It's not required. We're not doing anything that you have to have it, but it's just for a little extra support and stability for your practice. So we're going to start in child's pose. This is going to go pretty quickly. We'll end with one, maybe two yin poses just as we wind down. So coming into child's pose, you can choose to have your knees far apart, toes together, or maybe even your knees together, and let your torso just drape over your thighs. So either one, you decide what feels right for your body this morning. Just let your forehead rest down on the mat. We'll take a few breaths in. If your shoulders are pinching or bother you, feel free to bend your elbows, cactus your arms. Taking a breath in through your nose. Open your mouth wide. Exhale, let it all go. 2 more breaths just like that. Deep breath in. Exhale completely. 1 more breath. Feel your belly pressing against your legs. And exhale, feel that softening. Then with your next inhale in, start to drag your right elbow back towards your right knee. Walk your left hand over to the right side of the mat. So you're coming into this nice side stretch, really lengthening and creating space in the whole left side of your body. Taking a few breaths in and out. Take your time, don't rush. Feeling the breath move into the left side ribs, the left side waist, even down into the arms, the underarm. Then take 1 more full round of breath, inhaling in through your nose, exhaling out through your nose. Then inhale, start to straighten both arms, walking all the way over to the left. Drag your left elbow back so your hand lines up around your knee or next to your knee. Right arm reaches all the way over to the left side of the mat, creating as much space and length down the right side body. Making maybe a quick mental note how this right side feels compared to the left. And sensing the breath move into the side body. Take 1 more breath in and out. Then walking your hands all the way back to center, plant your hands flat, lifting up into tabletop, walking the knees about hip distance, wrists underneath the shoulders. And then as you inhale, let your belly drop, tailbone lift your gaze, roll your shoulders back. And then as you exhale, find a nice cat pose, pressing the mat away, rounding through your spine, tuck your chin towards your chest. Inhale again, let the belly sink. Maybe even bending your elbows slightly. You can add anything you'd like to this movement. Taking a few breaths in and out. I think I reversed that. Exhale as you round through your spine. Feel your belly hollow out. And then inhale as you drop your belly. Let's make this the last exhale. And then as you inhale, return back to your neutral spine. You're going to take your left lower leg, kickstand it behind you, and then extend your right leg out to the side. So you're facing the long side of your mat, just coming into a modified Vashisthasana or side plank. Reach your right arm alongside your ear. You might even decide to close your eyes for a quick moment. And just feel that stretched on the right side body. Take another breath in, pressing into the outer edge of your right foot. And then out. Go ahead and release both hands to the mat. Take a quick cat-cow or cow-cat. Any way you want. Return back to your neutral spine. Kickstand your right leg out. Extend your left leg. Reaching your left arm up alongside the ear. Almost like you're trying to reach towards the top of your mat. Finding as much length and space down that whole side body. Breathing in and out. And then take 1 more breath. Maybe you reach just a little bit further. And release. Plant both hands, knees next to each other, taking another cat-cow. And then as you return to your neutral spine, walk your hands about a print forward, one hand print forward. Tuck your toes. Press your fingers evenly down into the mat. Start to press them enough that your knees begin to hover. Let them hover just about an inch or two. Hug your low belly into your spine, creating that nice neutral spine. And then slowly letting your knees hover, keep it. Press your hips back, belly coming towards your thighs, maybe even touching your thighs or becoming glued to your thighs. Finding some length in your spine. Take another breath in. And as you exhale, you can start to straighten your legs a little or a lot, maybe keeping a slight bend in your knees to protect the back of your legs, especially if you have tight hamstrings or tight calves. And then just go ahead and walk it out. Pedal it out. This might be the most movement you've had so far today. So just let your hips sway side to side, finding length in the back of your body, the whole back side. Keep pressing your hands evenly down into the mat, shifting your hips back, keeping length in your spine, the back of your neck. Take another breath in and out. And then finding your downward facing dog, shift your hips back, maybe another, just a tiny bit. Inhale, come forward into your plank. Hug your shoulders into the socket. So nice stable shoulders. Pressing both hands evenly down, rolling onto the tips of your toes. You can stay in a high plank or drop your knees and then lower all the way down. Feel your elbows glide against the side ribs as you lower. Untuck your toes, point them away. Inhale, curl it up into cobra. Then slowly exhale to release. Tuck your toes. You can come through tabletop to downward facing dog and take a full breath in and out. Then take a peek at the top of your mat. You're going to take a nice wide step into your forward fold. We'll be coming into Malasana, and this is kind of part of our flow throughout the whole practice. Come into a forward fold. Take a breath in. And then as you exhale, let your hips drop towards the mat, finding your Malasana, your yogi squat. You can bring your hands together at your heart center. Take a breath in and out. Then drop your hands, lift your hips, walk your feet a little closer together. Maybe your big toes touch, and then rise all the way to stand. Go ahead and reach your arms overhead, interlace your fingers, flip your palms so they press up towards the ceiling, taking a nice side stretch over to the right. And then exhale through center, over to the left. Inhale, back to center. Start to bend your knees, almost like you're coming into a chair pose, just squatting enough that you can round through your spine, hollow out your belly, press your palms out in front of you. So really feel that space across your upper back, upper trapezius, the rhomboids, all of it. Chin tucking slightly towards your chest. Take another breath in and out. Then inhale to rise. Reach both arms up to the ceiling. Toes could maybe touching or a little bit of space between your feet. Start to sit your hips back into a chair pose. Keep your arms reaching up alongside your ears. Low belly hugging in towards the spine. Tailbone tilting down. Chest nice and lifted. Take one more breath in. And then exhale to forward fold. Inhale to your half lift. Exhale, plant your hands. Step back into your downward facing dog. We're going to go through a few rounds of sun salutations. So on your inhale, coming forward into your plank, you can choose to keep your high plank or drop your knees if you'd like. Either way, you lower all the way down onto your mat. Untuck your toes, point them away. Inhale, curling up into cobra. Exhale, releasing. And then tuck your toes, pressing up and back, downward facing dog. Full breath in and let it go. Look towards the top of your mat. Take a big wide step into your wide forward fold and then sit your hips down, finding your Malasana. One full breath in and out. Plant your hands, lift your hips, walk your feet close together. Inhale to rise. Interlace your hands, flip your palms. Exhale, side stretch to the right. Inhale through center. Exhale, side stretch to the left. Inhale through center. And then stretch it out in front of you. Slight bend in the knees, tuck your chin. Find some space in the upper back. One breath in and out. Inhale to rise. Release your fingers, arms alongside the ears. Next exhale, sit your hips down into your chair pose. Low belly hugs in. Take a breath in. Exhale to forward fold. Inhale to your half lift. Exhale, plant your hands, downward facing dog. Take a full breath when you arrive. Exhale to let it go. Inhale, coming forward into your plank. Lower all the way down to the mat. Inhale, curling up into cobra. Exhale to release. And then tuck your toes. Press up and back. Downward facing dog. Take a breath in. And out. Then on your next inhale, you're going to stay in your down dog. Walk your feet a little closer together. Maybe the toes touch. Then inhale, right leg lifts. Step your right foot to the top of the mat. Drop your back knee. You can keep your toes tucked or untucked. You decide. Inhale, reach the arms up alongside the ears. So from here, we're going to come into a runner's lunge, straightening the front leg. Maybe you float your arms back, just like this. Or maybe you keep them on the mat for a little stability and support. If you have blocks, you can use those too. On your inhale, you're going to lunge it forward, arms alongside the ears. Exhale, float the arms back, straighten your leg. One more time through. Inhale to lunge. Exhale, runner's lunge. And then inhale, lunge it forward, let your hips drop. We're going to linger here just for a breath. You might even bring your hands to your thigh. Take a breath in and out. Good. Then plant your hands. Place your left hand on the mat. Start to come into a nice lunge twist. Right arm reaches up towards the ceiling. Tuck your back toes. Lift your knee off the mat. Nice lunge twist. Take a breath in and out. One more breath in. As you exhale, turn your toes to face forward so you're on the outer edges of your feet. Drop your hips. Your right arm reaches towards the back of the mat. And then inhale, coming back to your lunge. Drop your back knee. Walk your right foot a little closer to the right side of the mat so you have some more space. And then inhale, opening up. Reach your right arm up towards the ceiling, but this time just dragging it back so you can get a little bit more rotation in your mid-back. We're going to work on rotation in our thoracic spine. So open it up. And then as you exhale, you're going to take your right arm and thread it behind the right. So just working on rotating with the ribs. Inhale to open it up. Exhale, thread your right arm behind the left. And then inhale one more time, open it up. Exhale to thread. Go ahead and open it. And then circle your right arm down. Walk your right foot back in. Tuck your toes. Come into downward facing dog. Take a breath in and out. You can hang here or take another vinyasa. Inhaling into plank. Exhale, lower all the way down. If you want, take chaturanga, up dog or cobra. Curl it up and release. Tuck your back toes. Not your back toes. Tuck your toes. Downward facing dog. As opposed to your front toes. It wouldn't be one of my classes without a blooper. Take a breath in and out. Walk your feet closer together. Maybe the toes touch. Maybe they're just close. Inhale, left leg lifts. Step your left foot to the top of the mat. So same thing, other side. Drop your back knee. Toes tucked or untucked. Inhale, sweep the arms up. If you're using your blocks, grab them. And then as you exhale, float the arms back, straighten your front leg. Keeping your foot flat on the mat, toes pointed. Inhale into your lunge. Exhale, float the arms back. Inhale into your lunge. Last time, exhale, float the arms back. Keep a nice flat spine. And then inhale into your lunge. Let the hips sink down and forward. Maybe you bring your hands to your thigh, your front thigh. Taking a full breath in and out. Then take your right hand down onto the mat. Go ahead and extend your left arm up towards the ceiling. Drop your shoulder into the socket. Tuck your back toes. Now that makes sense. Lift your knee off of the mat. Take a breath in this lunge twist. And then you're going to pivot onto the outer edges of your feet, pointing your toes forward. Let your hips drop. Left arm reaches towards the back of the mat. Breath in and out. Then returning back to your lunge twist. Drop your back knee. Heel toe your left foot closer to the outer edge of your mat so that you have a little bit of space here. Then inhale, opening up. Left arm reaches up and back. Feeling your chest spin up towards the sky or the ceiling. And then exhale, thread the left arm behind the right. Inhale to open up. Exhale, thread your arm. One more time, opening up. Last time to thread. And then open it up. Take a full breath. In and out. Then release. Left hand comes back to the mat. Go ahead and walk your left toes back in. Tuck your toes. Downward facing dog. Stay here or take your vinyasa. Inhaling, coming forward to plank. Maybe this time you take chaturanga. Upward facing dog or cobra. Let the shoulders roll back. Stay here for just a breath. Chest nice and open. And then as you exhale, roll over the tops of your toes. Downward facing dog. Full breath in and out. Now, looking towards the top of your mat, take another wide step forward. Inhale, and then exhale, sit down into your malasana. Staying here for a full breath in and out. Then go ahead and plant your hands. Lift your hips. Heel toe your feet a little closer together. Maybe the big toes touch. Inhale to your half lift. Exhale to fold. Inhale to rise. This time arms just up alongside the ears. Exhale, sit down into your chair. Inhale to lift the chest. Exhale to sit down a little deeper. Take a breath in and then fold. Inhale to your half lift. Exhale, plant your hands. Step your right leg back. And then go ahead and rise all the way to crescent. Arms alongside the ears. Drop your shoulders back into the sockets. Take a breath in. And then exhale, float your arms back. Nice flat spine. My torso is not going to collapse onto my front thigh. You might shake, you might wiggle, you might quiver a little. That's okay. You're building strength. Fingers reaching towards the back of the mat. Press into the back of your back thigh. Your right thigh. Take a breath in and then out. As you inhale, rising up, pivot onto your back foot. We're going to go straight into reverse warrior. Right hand sliding down the back leg. You can turn your gaze up towards the ceiling. Left arm alongside the ear. Take a breath in. Exhale, soften into your front knee. Then inhale, come into extended side angle. Left arm to the left front thigh. Right arm alongside the ear. Drop the shoulder into the socket. Take a breath in and out. Inhale, reverse your warrior. Stay for your exhale. And then we're going to move into a half moon. So this is a good place to have a block right at the top of your mat. As you inhale, start to shift your right leg. Your back leg may lift a little or a lot. I've got a block on my tallest height. And your right hand can stay on your hip, or you can extend it up towards the sky. You decide. Take a few breaths in and out, staying as long as you'd like. But when you're ready to release, you can release into a forward fold. Your foot may stay flexed for a little extra stability. And if you're still in your half moon, make this your last full breath, releasing on your exhale to your forward fold. Just hover here for a moment. Linger in this fold. Inhale, find a half lift. Exhale to fold. Inhale to rise all the way to stand. Heel toe your feet a little closer together. Arms alongside your ears. Exhale, sitting back into your chair. Take a breath in and out. One more breath in, lifting your chest. Exhale to fold forward. Inhale to your half lift. Exhale, plant your hands, step your left foot back. Find your lunge, your crescent legs. Press both feet into the mat, rising arms alongside the ears. Inhale, lengthen through your torso, crown of your head. And then as you exhale, hinge from your hips, float the arms back. Roll your shoulders back. So you should even feel your shoulder blades squeezing against your spine. Take a breath in and out. Then as you inhale, you're going to rise, going straight into reverse warrior. So pivoting onto your back foot, back heel, right arm alongside the ear. Take a breath in. Staying for your exhale. Then inhale, coming forward into your extended side angle, left arm alongside the ear. Taking a full breath in. Stay for your exhale. And then inhale, reversing your warrior again, maybe softening a little deeper into your front knee. Full breath in and out. Then as you inhale, you're going to find your half moon again. Maybe you take one big step, hopping into it, lots of little steps. That left leg can hover just above the mat, or maybe you lift. Left arm may lift, it may not. Staying, if you can stay here just for a few breaths. Breathing in and out. Then when you're ready, nice and gracefully, as gracefully as you would like, release into your forward fold. Taking a few breaths here. Maybe you grab onto opposite elbows. You can interlace your hands behind your head, just feeling your spine decompress. And then place your hands on the mat. Walk your feet nice and wide. Sit your hips back down. Maybe this time you take a block. Place it underneath your hips if you'd like, little support. And I'm going to actually turn to face you. And then just walk your hands forward. We'll only stay here for a few breaths. You can keep a straight spine if you have anything going on, any issues in the spine. Otherwise, allow it to round. If you prefer to have more of an upright position, you might keep your hands at your heart center, pressing your knees apart, creating just a little bit more space in the inner legs, the adductor muscles, the groin area. And then with your next breath in, see if you can open a little deeper. And then we'll release onto the mat. Coming into a butterfly. Actually, I'm going to give you a choice. Either take butterfly with the soles of the feet together, or dragonfly with the legs nice and wide. Either way, you're hinging at the hips. I think I'll keep dragonfly actually. So you're hinging at the hips with a flat spine, coming forward, and then if you'd like, round your spine. We'll just be here for about 3 minutes. I'm going to use this block here to support my head. I like to keep the back of my neck nice and long and in line with the rest of the spine. But that's just my personal preference. So just feeling the hips heavy on your mat, the legs, no matter what position you've chosen. Feeling the length of them. Making contact with your mat or the surface beneath you. If you're folding forward, rounding your spine, just noticing any tug or pull on the tissues from the cervical spine, your neck, all the way down into the lumbar. Notice how the hips feel, outer hips. Notice any restrictions, anything that may need some extra support, whether it's from a prop or by backing out of your pose ever so slightly. Noticing the rhythm of your breath. Keeping an easeful quality in your breath. If there are any obstacles with your breath or any shifts, how can you support your body to bring back a more easeful, passive breath? Maybe it's just your heart rate. Notice how your heart rate begins to slow and it shifts down to a more restful, easeful state. And take another breath in and out. Then plant your hands, start to come back to your seat. Roll on or roll over, come onto your back. If you know there are any props that you might like for your Shavasana, go ahead and have those close by. And just lay down onto your back. Hug your knees into your chest. Maybe you rock a little bit side to side. Give your low back a nice massage after that forward fold you just stayed in. And then taking a nice little twist, knees dropping to the left or the right, whichever they fall. Just a loose twist. You might even use a block underneath your knee for a little bit of support. Staying for a breath or two. And then inhale, bringing your knees over to the right. Just a nice loose twist. And then coming to roll back onto your mat, extending your legs nice and long, arms out to the sides. Coming into just a very short Shavasana, but you can stay as long as you'd like. We'll just be here for a couple of minutes before we return to our day, going back to all the things that have to be accomplished. Just letting your body rest and taking in all of the amazing benefits of your practice. Noticing how your body may have shifted, your mind, your energy, all of it, since the first time you stepped on your mat this morning. And sensing the heaviness, the weight of your body resting on your mat. Eyes softly closed. Cheeks nice and slack, jaw unclenched, neck and shoulders completely relaxed. And just noticing if you're bringing any effort into this effortless shape, whether you're engaging any muscles, clenching, gripping, guarding. Can you relax even 5 or 10% more than you are in this moment? Can you breathe a little softer? And can you be open and receptive to the experience? And know that you can stay here as long as you like. And if you're ready to start bringing some movement, to shift from your internal to external stage, taking in the sounds around you, inside your house, maybe close by in this room, in another room, outside of your house, or even further away. Starting to take it all back in as you move your fingers and your toes. You can hug your knees into your chest if you'd like, maybe rolling to one side. And then eventually coming back to a seat on your mat with your eyes closed or your gaze soft. And either hands resting on your lap, maybe palms facing up to keep that openness, or palms together at your heart center, Anjali Mudra. Taking a breath in of gratitude and appreciation for your time on the mat, exhaling anything that no longer serves you. I thank you all for sharing your practice and your presence, and I hope you have a beautiful rest of your day, my friends. Thank you.